How would you feel if I told you that experts have found a link between overuse of technology and anxiety in teens? This is exactly what I want to talk to you about today. It is almost impossible in our world today to avoid screens for kids, but overuse of screens, especially in the last 10 years and especially since the pandemic, has created a just pandemic of mental health issues in our children. We're going to talk today about the research of Jonathan Haidt. I'm sorry if I said that wrong, last name wrong. He is one of the leading experts in children and technology, and he has come out with some studies talking about the increased rates of mental health issues in children with the recent overuse of technology. So some of the most alarming numbers he's found is 145% increase in depression in girls since 2010, 161% increase in depression in boys, and 134% increase in anxiety in college-age students. Parents, these are alarming numbers, and this is truly something that we all need to be looking at and paying attention to as parents, especially if you have a teenager or a preteen. There are a lot of things we can do to help our kids avoid this, because this creates a multi-layered problem. The first part of this is technology pulls our kids away from the real world, getting out there, getting into nature, moving their body, experiencing life, having social interactions, and it also exposes our children to anxiety-causing content like bullying, comparison, body image issues. You all know we can throw a filter on something and look like a supermodel, even if we're just a mom, right? Our kids are seeing this, and they're seeing other children their age looking like supermodels and thinking, wow, I don't look anything like that. It's all of the issues we all had growing up, but expanded because it's in their face all the time for hours a day on these platforms. Parents, this causes some big issues in the brain. When we are constantly seeing this content, looking at screens, not engaging with the world, it causes overstimulation of the parts of our brain that are going to be responsible for things like anxiety, depression, ADHD, mental health issues, and it causes understimulation of the areas of our brain that are going to be responsible for things like creating calm, critical thinking, decision making, emotional regulation. Our kids need to be exposed to real world situations and real world challenges in order to develop the resiliency that they need to be successful in the real world. So parents, what can you do? One thing is, the experts like Jonathan have recommended no cell phone before age 14 and no social media before the age 16. I know some of you are looking at me like I have three heads. These are the recommendations from the experts. I have people in my office that we work with who follow these recommendations, and I can tell you they are some of the most well-adjusted children I've ever met. Parents, if you feel like, gosh, my kid's almost at a point of no return, we're so far into this, they're so far into just this anxiety or depression or ADHD, I don't know what to do to help them out, send a DM to our office so we can talk to you about the things that you can do neurologically, like neurological pediatric chiropractic care, to help get your child start helping them dig out of this, pull out of this, start activating those areas of the brain that they need for that emotional regulation, for that calm. Parents, change is possible. It's never too late. Send a message to our office if you are needing extra help with your teenager.